Imagine this. Locked up inside the code of your DNA, stored in your genes, there's a very real version of you that, next to your current person, looks like a superhero. That version of you is the very apex of who you can become. Smarter, faster, more resilient and relentless, more courageous and confident. What I'm about to tell you is precisely how to unlock that potential, using the culmination of decades of research into the realm of Jungian psychology, scientific literature, ancient history, and more, by none other than the great Dr. Jordan Peterson. This information is the information I've mined over the years from his lectures, videos, and interviews. So what we need to do is consider the answer to the question, what happens when you bite off just a little bit more than you can chew? The answer is, you get stronger as a consequence. You do that in the gym when you lift. You start with a light weight, then incrementally increase the weight bit by bit until you're strong enough to lift heavier weights. If you face your fears a little bit at a time and take on bigger and bigger challenges little by little, ultimately you'll become more than you are today. And if you do it right, a lot more. Now, in archetypal language, I might say to become everything that you could possibly be, you need to look into the abyss. Meaning, you need to face the darkest, most terrifying place you can imagine. For many, that may be the fear of public speaking, or maybe the fear of speaking to women as a young man, or starting a new business, investing in real estate, crypto, or the stock market. In a sense, you're forcing yourself to face the terror of mortality, suffering, insanity, and malevolence. Getting taken advantage of, beaten up, scammed, whatever it might be. This is, metaphorically, looking into hell and then calling upon the strongest part of yourself to respond. That strongest part of your being is the sleeping father nested inside the beast. And if you confront and gaze into that abyss long enough, you'll see who you could become in the form of your great ancestral figures. And you can join with them, integrate with them, so to speak. From a biological perspective, modern research clearly shows that facing challenging situations literally turns on new genes in your nervous system and creates new neurons and neural pathways in the brain through the process of neuroplasticity. Your entire endocrine system transforms and evolves to help you take on the new challenges you face, especially as you form new habits designed to overcome these massive challenges you've taken on. As you successfully create new habits and take on bigger and bigger things, your serotonin and dopamine receptors upregulate, increasing the density of those receptors and other similar receptors in the brain, which help you become more stable, more resilient, more confident, and driven. It's an absolutely fantastic process. Just think about it. You're writing the code of your DNA, activating new genes. It sounds like the origin story of a Marvel superhero or something like that, but this is a scientifically researched and supported fact. But remember, none of this will happen without looking your fear in the eye and refusing to back down. Confront the things that terrify you the most. Another ancient archetypal story reveals the sobering truth that you risk damaging your vision when you gaze into the abyss, as many blind seers in mythology can attest. But ultimately, the reward is worth the journey, because you not only discover your full potential, you become it. But then comes the question, how do I dig up the things that terrify me the most? Specifically, those things that represent the greatest challenges I can face. What is my abyss? My dragon lair of a cave, the darkest part of the forest, the blackest depth of the ocean where the Leviathan lurks in the deep? Well, there are many methods with a wide variety of complexity and challenge, but this one is pretty straightforward. I'll cover this method in much greater depth in a future video, but for now, here's the Sparks notes. All you have to do is reverse engineer an old proverb. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. And watch your character, it becomes your destiny. You start with the last step there and ask yourself, what do I want my destiny to be? After writing, say, a page or two, or whatever you have the time for to answer that question, ask yourself, what kind of character does my future self have that causes that destiny? Then, what kind of habits, routines, and rituals does my future self have that shapes that character, which shapes my destiny? so on and so forth until you've reached the end, or technically the beginning, of that proverb. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, sub, and share this video with a friend. It helps me know what kind of content you like and also helps the channel grow. Anyways, that's all I have for today. This is Josh Roof, and I'll see you in the next one.